Hi, welcome to the warm-up for this lesson. I am recording my whole screen so you can see if you have any problems on how to zoom in or zoom out. Right now I'm going to click over here. I'm going to zoom in so I can see better. So there shouldn't be any reason why you cannot zoom in or zoom out, or you shouldn't be emailing me saying, I can't see it because it's too tiny. You should be watching this video, and I just showed you how to zoom it in. Again, you're seeing my whole screen. I go to this little magnifying glass where it says zoom. I click on the arrow right here to then decide how I want to zoom in. I usually do 100% because it seems to get it to the right kind of view for me. All right, so we need to solve these decimal problems. This is an adding, this is a subtracting. What are the rules? Well, you line up your decimals and then you just add as you would normally add. So 8 plus 4, 1 plus 7, 3 plus 1, and then 2 plus, and there's nothing there, so it's 0. You go ahead and add. If it has a two-digit number, so 8 plus 4 is 12, I'm going to go over here to this where it says text box right here, and I'm going to go ahead and add a text box so I can start typing. With my text box, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller over here where I can reduce. And it's going to start over here on the left side. So when I type in, let's see, we're going to go ahead and make it go all the way over to the right side. I go over here to align, go to right, click on it, and now it's on my right side. So 8 plus 4 is 12. I can't type in 12 because that would not be correct. I need to type in 2, and then I carry my 1. So I'm going to pretend that it's up there. 7 plus 1 is 8, plus another 1 that I carried is 9. And then I'm going to move my cursor over. 1 plus 3 is 4. Move my cursor over. 2 plus nothing is 2. I need to go ahead and line up my decimals and put it right there. And that's how I would answer all of these questions. You need to make a text box over here. You need to put it in the right spot. You need to go ahead and align it to make sure that it types it in correctly. You need to go over here and align how you want it to go. And then you need to understand what's missing. Right here, I have nothing. I can't take 6 minus nothing. I need to actually put a placeholder right there or a 0. So if I really wanted to, I can go ahead and make a text box and I can type in 0 and I can move it over right there if I wanted to, if that makes me understand how to do this a little bit better. You can go ahead and do that. So now you can see that, and then you know you need to borrow. I need to borrow from this one and then bring it over and so on and so forth. This is a warm-up. These are things you guys should know how to do. Putting the text box in, you may not have been doing that. I am not putting your text box in anymore because that's also a good thing to know how to do for when you need to start doing things in 8th grade or high school. You're going to have to be doing these things on your own, and if you get familiar doing with them now, you'll be thankful because it'll be really quick when you have to do it. Okay, over here, we're going to solve the following. These are decimals by multiplying and dividing. Now, we do not just drop the decimal straight down like we do with adding and subtracting, where we just bring our decimal down. You need to count decimal places. So I am just going to show you right here. I have 2 places to the right of that decimal. I don't have any decimals in my 13. In order to multiply, I don't have to line up decimals. Some of you guys will put 13.00 and line it up. You do not line up decimals to multiply. You count decimal places. So I'm just going to multiply regular, 3 times 7, 3 times 9, 3 times 4, write it all down, put a placeholder, do my 1 times 7, 1 times 9, 1 times 4 right here, add up those 2 columns or those 2 rows, and then find that number and then count decimal places. 1, 2, I go to my answer, I move over 1, 2, and that's where I'm going to put my decimal. Again, I'm going to come up here, I'm going to go ahead and put my text box in, and I'm going to make it the right font, not font, but right size, and I'm going to go ahead and show my work. To divide, you cannot divide by a decimal. It has to be a whole number. It cannot be a number and part of a number. That's what a decimal is. It's part of a whole. 0.5 is 50% of a whole number. So what I need to do is move this decimal over. And when I move the decimal over on the outside, I have to move the decimal over on the inside, which means, and what I would do is I would go ahead and steal this 0 over here. You can copy and paste that. Is put this 0 over here, because that's what you're doing, is you're adding a 0 over there because you have a decimal here and you have to move it over. This decimal then goes away. So you can make it go away if you want, or if you just remember that it's gone, that's another thing too. So I can go ahead and, whoops, make this a little bit bigger. Now, let's see. And I can actually make it disappear by turning this white and taking this off. And there, my decimal's gone. Now I have 65 and then 1,170. Sorry. And now I have that problem and I can start working on that. You can also make a text box down below to show your work. Okay, now we have, whoops, go back. A credit card customer owes $325.60. They charge another purchase of $45.20. How much money does the customer owe? When you are charging another purchase, means you're purchasing something else. You already owe this amount of money here. I now need to add this amount to this amount because I'm going to owe even more. And that's what you need to show down here. So what you would do is you would make a text box. You would type in 325.60, whoops, 60. Underneath it, you're going to put space 45, maybe another space there. There we go. Line it up really nice. 20. And then if you would like to put that line, you just do underline. So you highlight it and you hit underline, and now you can go ahead and add them up. And that's how you show your work. If you're just going to put in answers over here, then I need to know how you did it. So if you can at least show your work, or you can even type it in, I'll accept that. You can just say like this, 325.60 plus 45.20 equals, and you can say the customer owes a total of, and then your answer, because you need to actually answer a word problem with a statement. All right, if you have any questions, let me know.